Helena Blackman and Connor Hall, seniors at Hedgesville High School, are the student ambassadors for the Inspire initiative. On Friday, November 10th, they accompanied Mr. Lyons to the Secretary of State's office for an on-air radio discussion about Inspire civil discourse and the progress they are having in registering 100% of Hedgesville High School's eligible voters.
Well, Inspire is a program designed to get more student involvement and involvement from young people in general. So it's geared at registering all eligible seniors in a high school's class, getting them all registered to vote.
We're student ambassadors, which means we are like the school's leaders, and we make sure we get hopefully 100% seniors registered at our school.
Connor and Helena are now following in the footsteps of two students of Inspire who also devoted their senior year to this pursuit last year, and they are making quick strides to their goal.
So in 1 month, from October 17th to today, November 17th, we have only one student left. We've registered 233 students to this day. We have one student. We're just working on one student, and then we'll be completely finished.
Impressive strides have not gone unnoticed by the other counties in the state, also vying for the Jennings-Randolph Award to schools that first have 85% registration, then 100% registration of eligible voters.
It's a little competition that they have going on. You get points for registering kids to vote. You get points for social media posts, for getting 85% of your class, and then eventually 100%. And we were leading it for a while, and hopefully we'll come back out on top and lead it again. And I think we're pretty close to that right now.
But the notice doesn't stop at other counties around the state. It goes all the way to the Secretary of State, Matt Warner, who recently showed interest in the achievements of the Inspire and Civil Discourse program at Hedgesville and Berkeley County.
So it was in sixth period, and Mr. Lyons called me up, and he told me that he'd received a call from the West Virginia Secretary of State's office, and they had asked he, along with Helena and I, to come and speak with Mr. Warner on the radio with the host and talk about our voter registration process and things that have been going on along the way as we've started. I was really happy because that was pretty cool to speak on the radio and with Mr. Warner, the West Virginia Secretary of State.
But when Connor told me about it, I was like, what? And I was excited though. I'm excited. It was fun. Mr. Warner was the star guest on the show that day, so he was talking a lot about his voting efforts. They specifically asked us about what we were doing in our school, getting everyone registered to vote, how that was going.
While they are also working toward 100% voter registration, they are also working with nearby schools to build a civil discourse program, after the state has seen the rising tensions nationally.
I think when there was that whole debate between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, everyone was kind of getting really tense, and teachers would have to facilitate these discussions, and there was just a lot of tension between the students, and it wasn't very civil. So,
Courting Civil War, a lesson in civil discourse video story, touched on the people in Hedgesville and Berkeley County Schools' interest in starting a civil discourse program. Helena and Connor are on the ground floor of such a program.
Senator Unger is meeting with our leadership classes from Hedgesville, Martinsburg, and Spring Mills, and Musselman. And he's kind of leading us in some sort of a forum. So he wants us to discuss possible solutions. We're early in the process, but I know that we're going to be talking about problems that we find in everyday life and coming up with solutions. Mental health is a big issue that we've apparently come up with in our school, so we want to be able to get together and talk about that comfortably and alongside each other, coming up with solutions together. So,
I'd say success would be defined as us receiving the Jennings-Randolph Award for 100% students eligible to vote registered, and not only that, but also these students that we've registered, they have an understanding of what they're registering for, what they can vote for, and how they can be more politically informed.
Only a few short weeks later, Connor and Helena achieved 100% voter registration, securing the Jennings-Randolph Award for the second year at Hedgesville. Helena and Connor continue to inform the registered voters about their duties and opportunities as voters, as well as continue to work with Senator Unger with the new Civil Discourse program. I'm Hannah Longley with ENN.